Why is it every time a gas tank is about to be pulled, you think you only got a couple gallons of gas in it? Well, that one's full and I already emptied it once, and that one's almost full. Every time. Alright, here's the option I got right now. I mean, there's a million ways to go about it, but this is what I have on hand. So that's what I'm going to work with. So this is the factory fuel tank. You can see there's some wires here. And what happens is you get 12 volt power to the gauge, and it runs the wire all the way up, all the way around, and it comes down and hooks to there. And then the sending unit has a little float on it that changes the resistance, and then it grounds out through the tank. So that's what all this is there's been some grounding issues. That's why that's hooked up. Okay, what I have, I'm doing the vacuum method of pulling fuel out of the tank. And what I have is my vacuum bleeder that I use for brakes, and a little cup right here. That's just to keep the gas from running into the motorcycle going by. Gas running into the bleeder right here, right? So, got my cup right here. Got my glove on because what I'm going to do, I'm going to just, once it starts running, I'm just going to pull it off there and let it go into the bucket down there, right? There we go, we're running. There we are. That easy. Alright, got two buckets here, so I'm just going to let it drain, and that's how easy to get gas out of your tank set up like this, right, with the feed line on there, if you need to pull that out. Because, I mean, gas in your tank is kind of heavy, so you don't always want to just tackle it out like that. The other thing that I want to show you is, well, my light's dead, I've been working, is I have the lock ring off here. That way if the bucket gets full, I can just lift this up, and that'll allow it to stop flowing fuel, because it'll be out of the fuel, right? There we go. See if I can get my camera really close and drop it. I'm sure that'd be good for it. Alright, I'm just cutting to the chase and making this thing simple, and just, you know, keep it simple, stupid, right? I'm going to blow out the factory line on there, and one of the reasons I'm going to do that, because it's already there, I'm just going to clean it. I wasn't expecting to use the factory tank. Since I'm not mounting everywhere where I wanted to be as final, I'm just trying to get this engine to run, and then get this one out so I can work on the next project, right? What I want to do is just go ahead and blow that line out. And I want to show you what I'd like to use for that. Now, I've already blown it out with air to make sure there wasn't any big clogs, but I like to come in with this right here, the cooler cleaner, which is good for your transmission coolers, oil coolers. I use it on fuel lines. It cleans them out pretty good. I got that down here, and I'll show you right quick. Right there, I got my little barb fitting on there. I'm going to screw that on, and I got a bucket down on the other end, and I'm just going to go through and shoot that in. I've got my goggles on because this is under pressure. It is fairly chemically, so I'm going to put a glove on, a rubber glove on. That way I can protect my hand that's spraying on that, because it's not real nice to get on you. All right, well, that's the next thing right there. Just doing what I got to do to get this thing started. You know, just to be focused on one thing right now. Get the thing broke in, get it outside. I got another vehicle to work on that needs maintenance done on it, and this is taking up my only slot that I have, right? All right, well, I'm gonna get to it. All right, done. That's simple. It really is. And I overshot the bucket, so that means that, hey, I got good pressure coming out. Thought I had it lined up pretty good, but I guess not. Anyways, we're right up in there. That's where it's going through. It has a grommet in there. So I'm just gonna reuse that, and if I can mount the pump in there and just do the minimum mods that I have to get this thing up and going. That's the whole point. So I will need, I kind of got this laid out a little bit messy here, but the setup is going to be, I got the pre-pump filter, right? So we're going to start with this one, the 100 micron filter that I'm using. That is the Earl's. So that'll go into the pump. After the pump, I'm going to have my little piece right here, the return line right here after the pump. So that'll be a nice little short line. The other thing, the return line on this truck's been taken off, so I got to run that. So then from there, I'll go ahead and go to the regular fuel filter and then come into the pressure regulator and then come out to the carburetor, right? So that'll be kind of the setup there. My two filters, pre-pump, post-pump. I wanted to run this before the regulator, just so I know if any trash does get through, it's not getting into the regulator and making it stick. But it shouldn't be too big of a deal, but that's a little extra precaution there. And then I'll just run that out to the carb and done. Okay, one thing I noticed on the tool, I'm trying to do my 180, and we're pretty close right there. See that? See how the jaws are spreading? And that's just with my one hand, that's my weak hand grip, right? So yeah, this is going to be challenging to try to do. I don't recommend this tool. What was it? The Aries. I mean, if you're doing thinner stuff, but even the 5/16 is giving it a hard time. So. All right, up underneath here, we see the fuel system, right? So what I did coming out from the tank, went to my little cleanable filter right there, the pre-pump filter. I did my 180 bend right there. Come in, you see all the little clamps I used, right? Went through those pretty fast. And then on my outlet straight into my little T right here with my return line going back up into the tank and then hooking into the line. All right, inside, just the way the factory had it. Nothing special, just using the factory lines. I cleaned them out with a cooler cleaner and blew them out with air and all that good stuff. So they should be pretty clean, didn't see anything wrong. And I got that little filter too. So yeah, that's it. Yeah, tank's in. So we have a fuel system. Ah, I need to tighten that down. I sent her thinking that yesterday. I was tired. Worked on it till I just didn't want to do it anymore yesterday, you know, after work day. So anyways, yeah, this is Friday. So pretty much didn't quite jump on it right after work. I went and got something to eat, did an early dinner, and then I don't have to worry about that. And changed clothes and hopped on it and just threw on YouTube, watched a bunch of stuff about the LMR Cruise event. So that's the date this is videoed, which would be coming out, I don't know, probably be November, December, whenever this comes out, if I remember right. I'm a little bit ahead. Anyways, yeah, jumped on it. Watched several people on YouTube, try to support them, and just worked on it. You know, just got her done. I don't know if we'll be able to start it this weekend or not. I really want to get there this weekend. I don't think I have to buy anything other than gas. Yeah, I gotta buy gas. I have some in a container, but I don't know if that's going to get it full enough to pick up and then run. And the last thing I want to do with a flat tappet cam is just start it up just if it'll start. Now what I can do is run that fuel pump and check for leaks. That's one thing I do like about the electric pump. I can check that out. I can start doing all my electrical checks. Is there anything pulling too much power, or you know, whatever. Make sure all my fusing and all that stuff's right, because I built that harness. So I'll be able to check some of those things in there, but I should be pretty good for the break-in, other than leaks. You know, there's a lot of connections here, much more than a factory setup, so there's more potential for leaks. There we go. It actually worked way better than what I thought, and I got fuel in my vacuum brake bleeder. I should have had the little cup on there. I don't know why I didn't do that. So now the question is, if I get more than 5 gallons, how do I stop it? Yeah, didn't think that one through, but hey, I'm getting the gas out. I guess I better get another bucket ready just in case. Okay. Why are we staring at an action camera on a tripod? Because that is my old camera, and this, no, not you, the camera is the new camera. So how can I show you the new camera with the new camera? I got it. Ooh, there we go. See, there is the new camera with the new camera right there. So someone sent me that. That was their old camera, and I greatly appreciate it. So not quite sure what the setup is going to be. I might get me another tripod. That way I can use this for like the wide angle shots right here, and then use this for the close-up higher detail shots.